So, welcome to another episode of the Hot Seat Share Therapy podcast with Pammy.
Danielle.
And Denise.
So, today we're going to talk about a hot topic TV show that we've been binging. Well, me and Denise, Danielle's still going. And it's called
Sex Life.
Yes. So, it's been quite a hot topic at the salon. I think there was a day we were in there where every client in the chair was getting hot and bothered talking about it.
Oh
Like we were all talking about it. I think there was one guy in that day actually, and he felt pretty uncomfortable, but we didn't care because everybody was obsessed with the show and we all saw like different episodes. So we were like, oh, we can't say exactly what's happening. We gotta wait. But yeah, it's a really good show. I got Denise into it. Denise, I think, binged it in 3 days. 3 days?
Oh, Denise, you're done?
3 days, yeah. Normally I'm not a person that watches shows like on Netflix. And so I never understand how people binge watch. But I kind of like I watched it, then I went away and I watched it again. It's short, right? So it's 8 episodes.
Were you hot and bothered?
No, not hot and bothered. More just like a lot of the stuff kind of relates to pieces of my life.
Don't make
In my
Denise
life.
fool you, eh? So let's rewind. On Sunday, we spent a night away for Danielle's birthday. Denise is a Libra. I'm not sure if you guys know, but she sways back and forth. And we started the show 10 minutes in, like 2 minutes in, she's like, oh no, this is dumb. I can't watch it. No, it's a stupid show. Turn it off. Then like 20 minutes in, oh God, I already know what's going to happen. And then by like the last 5 minutes, she's like, yeah, you got to play the next one. And then by the next one, she watched episode 2. Then she's like, oh God, yeah, this is great. Oh, then it's like, nope, can't get into it. Then 2 a.m., we're like laying on the couch to fall asleep. This girl wants to sit up and chat. Like, I'm tired. This girl's going in like, yo, but no, but seriously, like, but did you see the part? But like, and I'm like, Denise, I'm so happy you love it, but it's 2:00 in the morning. Like, can I go to bed?
Is it the sex that people like the sex scenes, or is it the storyline?
Denise.
I think for me it's the storyline.
Yeah.
Because some of the stuff you can relate to and understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate, please? Like, what's relatable about it? Is it the sex or the storyline?
No, like for example, the storyline, like what it's like when you're married.
Speaking to the mic, Denise. Say a little
like
loud.
what it's like when you're married. And if there's like, you're comparing like your current husband to like your past relationships.
Right.
In terms
Denise
of
looks
how
like Denise looks like she's tiptoeing around shit. Look at her face. Just say what you want to say, Denise. It's like
in terms
All
of
right, I'm just going to cut it close. Are women comparing their current situations to their past? Like, can you not
100%.
help but sometimes watch the show and be like, fuck, I wish I had that again?
Yeah, 100% people are watching it like that because again, for me, I said the only thing they could have done a little bit better, but they obviously it's TV, so you need the drama, right? They made Cooper. So if you haven't seen the show, Cooper, if you haven't seen the show, maybe you shouldn't listen to this or you should go watch it. But Cooper is like the husband from the heavens. And I have a couple friends who have Coopers, like 100% Coopers. But
Yeah.
Cooper has like his flaws are like manageable for the day to day. Like he is a doting husband, dad, like so respectable, does everything. Wife doesn't have to work. He supports anything she wants to do. She wants to go back to school. He supports. She wants to stay home. He supports. Like eats her food, doesn't complain. He's just like that upstanding guy, very handsome, dresses nice for work. Everybody loves him at work. Like he's just like the man of the year. We're like, okay, then she has this past, which is also really exaggerated. So like she had that crazy passion, thrill, all of that stuff, but she was also like into like some Kama Sutra type stuff. And where she was really like extravagant, right? So it's like, of course, many people can compare. I had like a wild past, but I also have a marriage now, but it's not as like that marriage just looks so perfect. Like Cooper should have been maybe like he had a kid from another baby mom, or like maybe Cooper was like a little bit more of an asshole or like a little bit arrogant. And that would have made it a lot more realistic. And then maybe she had her wild past, but like she didn't have to be like doing Kama Sutra, you
But then
know?
I think it is very realistic because it shows you that at the end of the day, the woman never wants the good guy. They always
And
want
that
the
is
bad.
very, yeah.
They always want the bad guy. So then it
Yeah.
makes you kind of think about it. Okay, well, why do you always want the bad guy? Like why would
But they
you
want the bad guy sexually, or that's who they want as their partner.
like as their she wanted him as her partner.
Mm.
Yeah, and
And
I think it's also there's something in women who need like you search for fixer uppers, right?
Mhm.
Like women are natural nurturers and we take care of people and all of that stuff. So it's like we always got to fix a problem, right? So if you find this person and they've got a bit of, because the bad boy is not necessarily the bad boy, he's just got baggage. Like he's emotionally or mentally, something is messy. Like the Cooper guy, like there's nothing messy. He's just like a workaholic because he wants to provide for his family. Where like the other guy, he has some sort of mental, emotional like thing he needs support in. And because we're women, we look for that because we think, oh my gosh, I'm going to fix them or I'm going to help them. You know, like it's just natural. Like we take
Why
on
are the
these.
mental cases always so passionate? Like, is it passion or is it mental?
I just think if you're overly passionate in a loving way, you're overly passionate in all areas. When you're angry, when you're sad, when you're loving, you cannot have selective passion disorder. Like it just doesn't work that way. Like
Mm.
I'm overly passionate person, very overly passionate. You can control to an extent when you have your passions in other areas. That's why like I think maybe you guys have seen me angry twice and an emotional basket case a couple times Danielle has seen, but I try to control that amount because I know I can get blackout. Like if I'm angry, I can get blackout angry where like I might break something, like harm, like who knows? And I just don't do it. I don't allow myself to get there because I know the same passion I have for people in a loving way, if you tick me off the wrong way, it's going to come out just as hard. Like you can't be passionate. That's why people who just coast, they
Right.
coast in their anger, they coast in their love. Like they're just one, like you know what to expect, right? So, but I think it's just like you think that you can fix them, or there's something about it that wakens your soul and gives you a rush, maybe.
yeah, but after I started watching it a lot, I think Cooper has flaws too. Cooper is not perfect. Like a couple of things stood out with me with him. Like, for example, when, they had this, I guess we're going to spoil it, but they had problems in the marriage of what was going on with her stepping out. And they went to that party and he says, like, how can I ever look at you again? You're like flawed. And like our family has a stain and everything is a stain on it. Like, he has these unrealistic ideas of trying to maintain this perfection that's not even achievable, which puts like huge amounts of stress on him. So like I wondered to myself, like, what is wrong with Cooper? Why he stays so far away from being imperfect?
Yeah.
Like why is it so hard for him to kind of deal with the fact that, yeah, you guys may have a stain, like this is reality. Like,
Yeah.
so
He
maybe
kept saying the
too, we'll
stain,
talk
the
about that.
stain.
And then also too, like what you mentioned, sometimes like when he was at the party and the guy, how he was aggressively punching the guy,
Yeah.
that was pretty aggressive. So you
Yeah.
see he has his tickers, like he has his stuff, his demons as well.
Mhm.
And
He
maybe
seems very repressed.
yes. So
Like for
maybe
the sake of showing face, he'll repress a lot, but it's all
yes,
bubbling in there.
but it bubbles up inside. So maybe in season 2, if there is one, you'll get to now peel the layers of who is Cooper. Because there has to be
Yeah.
a reason why he fights so hard for this perfection. Maybe his childhood was imperfect, but we don't
Yeah.
know about his family. We don't know about his childhood. We don't know, but because like seriously, what man, like, I don't know, it's rare to me. His dreams and his goals in life were to go and seek the perfect house, seek the perfect wife, have the perfect children, never look, never sway, never look. Who knows? Maybe his dad was like a serial cheater and that really turned him off from things, but we know nothing about Cooper.
It's
All I
funny
took
too.
away,
Yeah. Oh, go on.
all I took away from the show was this. If it's the show that I'm thinking about, I want nipple implants to be like her nipples. She has very big, fat, protruding nipples, and
She
I
does.
want those nipples. I would never wear a bra if I had those nipples.
I know I said to Kevin when we were watching it, like,
They're like mountains.
she has like really big nipples.
She has huge nipples, and I realized that if that's one surgery I want to have, I would like a nipple add-on.
But why?
Well,
I just
I wonder
really
if there's a
want
nipple
big fat
implant.
nipples like her.
There must be. There's something out there for anything and everything.
So I think I found what my plastic surgery goal is.
I think she actually got her boobs done halfway through the show, because if you look towards some of the end scenes, she has like breastfeeding mom boob, where it's like the
That's what I was
side is
asking
kind-
myself. So you guys would know this. Are those breastfeeding nipples?
But I mean, she's not really breastfeeding for real. And whose
I don't know. I just
child?
want to have
Who
those
gives
nipples.
up their child to get breastfed for a movie?
I don't think that was
Sorry,
real.
this is like sidetracked, but
I
just-
think they chose her as well based on those nipples. Like those nipples are situated in the show to be big like that for a reason.
yeah, those are big nipples.
I don't know.
Well,
Like-
anyways, yeah, those are big nipples. Yeah, thanks for that input, Dan. But what I was gonna say was, it's funny how you say the bad boy, right? And the one who has issues, but we'd say Cooper's the good guy. But is he not the bad boy, or is he just a like suppressed good guy?
Could be. He could. You don't even know. We never
Right?
really get to understand who he really is.
But then also I want to know, like, is there actually a man out there who exists who would do what he did, follow the guy, like study the diary, try to keep up to really please, like,
But what makes Cooper good? Like what about him makes him so good?
He's
like the
stableness.
stereotypical, like, yeah, he's just like loyal,
stable.
comes. But again, that could be boring to somebody, right? Like, she
He's
just wanted
loyal,
bit
but
of
he's a
edge.
workaholic. So he's a little bit neglectful of her.
I don't
Yeah.
think he. I don't think. I
But
don't
did
think
you
he
see
was
the opening scene
neglectful.
when, yes, did you see the opening scene? And it's hard again because we're talking to Denise, who doesn't really care as much about emotion as she does about providing life and just stability. But did you see the opening scene when he came home and he's like, there is my girl, and he walked right past the wife
That's
and
what I'm
picked up
saying.
the child?
I don't
And
see
she
why
was
people
like,
think
"Oh."
he's a perfect husband. I just
Or she tried to like get like kinky and romantic in the shower, and he was like talking about work and how stressed he was.
I
And
don't see how
She's
he's
stuck
the
in the
good
house.
husband.
She's stuck in the house all day with her kids, and she just wants some adult time. And he's just like, yeah, I can't.
Yeah, but even when Cooper decided to give her what she wanted towards the end, it still wasn't enough for her.
The
She
friend
wants the
bothers
best-
me.
She wants the best of both worlds. She wants to have her cake and eat it too, and that's a dangerous combination. You can't have it. We
But
could all
that's where
have
that's where I'm saying it's like the guy, Cooper's trying to be what the guy was doing for her, but it's not. She doesn't want what the guy was doing for her. She wants the guy. But the guy.
Can we
can't
talk
give
about
her-
the friend for a second?
Which one? Oh
Since
my
I've only
God.
seen 2 episodes.
Her best friend.
What about when the best friend started sleeping with the guy that she had previously slept with?
Crazy.
So I know this happens sometimes in real life, but I feel like the way the friend goes about it is just so like weird.
It's terrible.
It was like, what's the big deal? You guys don't even anyway. It's fine. Like it happens in real life, but the friend just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know.
I just want to reference when I was talking about the passion that I have that comes out in anger. If one of you two bitches came to me and had that scenario, you're totally gonna get punched in the face.
But that's odd behavior,
punched.
man. There's 9 billion people in the world. Pick somebody else, man.
And
Jesus.
the fact that like it's not okay, like people do wild things. Remember the like swingers party scene that Danielle hasn't seen yet? People do wild things. And if you're at a swingers party one night and you guys both like consented to go
different.
and you guys hooked up, and then later you're like, hey, like this was fun, we're gonna do it again, and there's consent. But the fact that you like, and they had a traumatic like breakup, the fact that you just decided to say, oh well, I seen him one night and like it was great, and then we just kept going, like punch in the face.
But like, and I think it's weird that she didn't even so one thing to do it, right? But the second thing, like you didn't even mention it to your friend. Like, wouldn't that come up in conversation? Hey, I'm sleeping with so and so, you know him.
That's whack. That's whack.
Wild, yeah. That's
Like
wild.
sorry.
There's too many people in the world to be double dipping.
I don't even think that would be a punch in the face. Like I think I would kick you through your front teeth. And then I would go tell your whole community what you did.
Your whole community.
Your whole community.
I would just be like, yo, Denise and Dan are nasty. You're nasty.
Rest assured, you guys are not my type. Okay.
Thank goodness. But if you meet them on a vacation somewhere and it just so happens. Like,
no, man. There's too many men out there no. There's always a choice.
I mean, I'm not going to mention this actually on the podcast. I was just going to say,
tuck it in, Pam.
Me and Dan's past have had some interesting times, but
yeah, but that's totally
consent.
That's totally a separate thing. This is like,
yeah,
if some
like a relationship.
Say you were the whole online dating thing, even say you had dated someone for a bit, it's over. I start dating because I meet the same person online, and then I start hoo-hawing with them. That's just weird anyway. But B, imagine like I talk to you and see you all the time and like it never comes up in conversation.
Like what?
I mean, the online dating thing, I wouldn't care about that.
No, but I'm saying like how possibly we could have collided on the same person, but like I'm saying, had you like dated somebody for a while from it and then it ended and then I hopped on.
But it's not even dating.
Brought it up to you.
They had a pregnancy, a miscarriage, lived together. Like this is not, oh sorry, Dan. This is not like you were just dating. Like they had a whole history, like fights, met parents. Like it's not, no, sorry.
But I think it happens in real life. I think the show's true like that too. There's a lot of trifling friendships like that.
Yeah, there is. Trust me, there is.
We know, Denise, we know.
Yeah.
The Batu tribe.
Oh.
But I'm pretty sure season 2 is coming out.
Season 2 should be all about going back through Cooper's life.
Yeah, I think it's going to be emphasis on Cooper because you see how they ended it with him thinking about going to his boss.
Yes.
So I think that's totally foreshadowing that he's now going to dig out his stuff. But yeah, let's see how it goes. But
then who is she to come to the door? And he has a tracker on her and he's watching her run. And then she says, I'm not ending my marriage. But what if Cooper decides he wants to come end his marriage with you, bitch? You trifling ass. You know what I mean? Like, who are you calling the shots? But then again, I guess she's so confident because she's a psychologist. So she knows how to mess with his mind.
Yeah.
Possibly.
But like, I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know if she knows what she wants, but we're gonna see in season 2. Season 2 is coming. Might have
No.
to wait 2 years, might have to wait 6 months, but it's coming.
That's
So yeah, if you haven't seen the show yet, you should go see it. It's on Netflix, 8 episodes, 45 minutes each.
yeah.
You can get through. Sandy always bites me.
And a little tidbit that I really liked, that really stayed in my mind was when they were sitting at the dinner table and Cooper looked at him and says, like, you're the type of guys women fuck in their 20s, which is so true. So
Ooh.
like if you're like in your marriage phases and you're still messing with guys like that, then you haven't transitioned and grown. There's something wrong. So that really stuck to me. And you know what, I'm guilty of, like, trying to trail back and think about the past. And then sometimes I have to kind of like collect myself and say, no. I'm not at that phase in my life anymore. Because you grow, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that really stood out to me.
Happy that stood out for you, Denise.
Yeah, and I just can't believe, like, I just can't believe this witch took him on this entire escapade, damn near and made him nearly lose his job and the provisions.
The provision.
You think I'm putting my husband who makes racks and dough like that in jeopardy to go lose his job so we gotta what? Downsize?
I gotta
don't think
finish
so.
watching this. I'm clearly missing some juicy plot lines here.
I don't think
totally
so.
are.
She's selfish, and the thing is too, it's like she can execute all of these, but the minute she finds out that his boss made him feel a certain type of way, she gets a little bit like jealous. But then is it not like two can play this game? Like, what's the problem? If you can't dish it, don't take it.
Mhm.
Oh, you know what I used to hear from somebody? They used to say, if you can reap it, you better know how to sow it, or something like that.
Good one, Denise. Thanks.
Yes, just like a bit of 2 cents here.
I mean, if you can reap something, you can sow something.
If you
Thanks
can't
for your-
reap it, you can't sow it.
Thanks for your contribution.
Who don't wanty, takey, wanty. What's the other one? Never mind.
Oh,
Wrong one.
Tina Getty, but Getty auntie.
There you go. And
There's
that's
a
what
little
and that's our lesson of the
flaw
day.
for you today.
Our lesson for today is who no wanty can takey.
Thanks, Dan. How come Dan never puts on a Trini accent?
That's a whole other topic.
Can you give us one right now?
No, I can't.
Please.
It only comes out when my dad's talking to me because he speaks broken English, and then I have no choice but to answer back that way. I have this thing where it's like I was born and raised here, and I think it's weird if I were to walk around with a Trini accent.
I go to Trinidad for a whole 2 years.
Like, imagine if I only spoke Trini to you guys. It'd be kind of like, that's a whole other topic. Can we make that another topic? I have a whole thing about that.
Can you just
All
give
right.
us something though? Right now?
No, I can't. I
Come
can't.
on.
Meanwhile, her
on.
dad has thick Trini accent.
We give you Jamaican all the time.
I mean, Pam, you and Pam bust out the Jamaican sometimes.
We do. All right, fine.
Why don't you two talk like that all day?
Do you want to do that on the next episode?
Can the next okay, fine. How about the next episode? You two speak to Jamaican and I'll speak Trini, but mine is like Trini Vinci mixed together.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. That'll be fun. Yo,
Okay,
okay. We're talking like the button is not red. It's still in recording mode.
Okay. So,
On the next
guys.
episode.
thanks for listening in, and we'll see you next week. And bye.
Bye.